Hey y'all. So I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while or whatever. I was really trying to catch it before the sun go down, but I got off of work. I'm in Atlanta. Traffic is bad. But I'm just about to do my makeup, chit chat with y'all real quick, you know, talk about shit, you know, try to lace y'all up on the dating scene here in Atlanta for gay people and tell you how it's trash, okay? Yes, I'm gonna be going back and forth because my stuff is right here. But yeah, I moved to Atlanta like last year in November. Granted, when I moved here, I was crippled. So, you know, I couldn't really get around, do shit that I wanted to do or whatever. Once I started, you know, being able to date, I really still didn't date because I don't really have time for all of that. And, you know, I had, honestly, I just got a relationship, not just got a relationship, but I have been single for like, not even a year at the time. No, I probably was, probably a year, a full year I had been single. And low-key, my last relationship was, it wasn't bad, but when it got bad, it was bad. And you know, that's just what that was. So, you know, I had to deal with that. It was a lot that I had to deal with from getting out of that situation, because technically, my heart was broken. And you know, I had to put my little heart back together or whatever. So that was that situation. But after a while, you know, I still wasn't really talking to nobody. I'm here, I've been here a full year now, and I still haven't really, I've gone to one gay club out here. I haven't really explored the gay world like that. And plus, I'm like an introvert. So I just, you know, I stay to myself. And plus, I don't want to let nobody in my bubble. And, you know, I don't want to let nobody in my bubble and then they interrupt the peace that I've been working towards in my single, you know, in my single time. So, so my friend, you know, she felt like, I guess my ass wasn't trying to talk to somebody or get to know people. So, you know, these days we have dating apps and shit like that. So she had me get a Tinder. Jasmine got a Tinder. It was weird at first because it was like, I don't know, there's some motherfucking lot of crazy people out there. And I ain't trying to, you know, be meeting up with nobody and they could put me in a car and they done removed all the locks from the doors, you know, and your girl ended up in somebody's ditch. So, you know, I wasn't really too with it, but you know, I swiped right on a, is it swipe right or swipe left? I think it's swipe right. It's like looking like a right swipe on Tinder. That's what it was. So it was a right swipe, you know? So you know, I swiped right on a couple people, and one of the first people that I can say I actually talked to from there, she was a fucking alcoholic. She was an alcoholic, y'all. Oh my God, that was the worst experience like ever. That's a whole nother story, Lord Jesus. But she was an alcoholic. But it was like, she was weird too. And that's another thing that I noticed, like these people out here in Atlanta, the people who are actually from Atlanta, mind you, I'm from Houston, and we just move different. The people out here in Atlanta are just weird as fuck, okay? Excuse my language, but they weird. They just move different, and she moved different. And just how I'm set up, I don't want to beat up nobody's daughter. So, you know, I try to play it safe and, you know, not deal with nobody who I know gonna end up having me, I'm gonna need bail money. You feel me? So that situation was just weird too. But it's like, also dating these days, like people look for a certain, I don't know, really know what they look. I think they're looking for a social media hoe. And I ain't no social media hoe. Like, I do makeup, yes, I post my videos on Instagram, But bitch, I ain't out here thotting and bopping and thirst trapping for the gram. Like, I'm just not. And it's like, I feel like that's what everybody want nowadays. And Jasmine's just not that person. And I also just feel like, you know, personally, it's, you know, so yeah, it's a lot of other stuff that I noticed that comes along with dating in this generation. Also, like, just a superficial lifestyle that, or relationship that everybody wants, that bagels that, you know, everybody see floating around social media these days. And it's like, honestly, the way y'all going about it to get it, y'all not gonna get that goals. And personally, another person's relationship isn't my goals. Like, I got my own goals. So what the next person do, I don't want that, because y'all don't really know what the fuck they got going on in their relationship, like what they got problems with, what insecurities they may have. You don't know. I think I talked to another person, you know, from there, and she was weird too. And I'll say weird in the sense that we grown, and I mean, how you feel like you gonna get to know somebody if y'all not communicating? Like, baby girl, we need to talk. Like, I'm not about to text you and have a whole relationship via text messages. We're not doing that, honey. So, like, you know, me and her, we went on a date, you know, we went out, we whatever, linked up and shit. And afterwards, you know, we still talked after we went out and stuff. And then after that, you know, it was just like, granted, we're grown and I know people have jobs and, you know, whatever. But if you telling a person that you want to pursue things with them, back your words up. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here telling a person that you want to pursue stuff with them and then you ain't talking to them, or you sending dry ass text messages, or you're not calling them. Like, I don't know why this generation has gotten so used to texting. Bitch, don't text me. I don't want a text message. I want call me. I want to hear the fluctuation of your tone and your voice when you're upset. You feel me? You can't decipher things in text messages, especially, like, you know, if somebody have an argument. So, like, you know, I had told her once, you know, hey, you know, communication, you know, blah, blah, blah. Boom. She was like, all right, cool, I'll work on it. Bam. Got it. Couple days passed, maybe a week or so. Same shit. Me being Jasmine, bro, I'm not giving you 10,000 motherfucking chances. We not doing that. You feel me? And YouTube, sorry for cursing, but this is serious. You know? So I'm not about to be doing, like, telling you 100 times to get some shit right. Because if we in a talking stage and you still, you're not, I'm not gonna say compliant, but if you're not trying to work with me, then you're just showing me that I don't need to pursue this, whatever we got going on. Like, I can move on. I can be reading a book, you know what I'm saying? I could be recording a makeup look, something. Like, not wasting my time talking to you, honey. So that was that, you know? So like I said, you know, she was starting being dry again. I don't know, I ain't with that dry shit. So, you know, blocked them. You feel me? We was friends on social media, so I guess, you know, she seen I hadn't been hit her up, so she hit me up on social media. She was pretty much saying, like, I hadn't been, you know, like, long time no talk. Like, bitch, we ain't talking because you don't know how to communicate. Like, don't hit me up on social media. Like, I'm not one of them females. You feel me? Like, I know I say you feel me a lot. I'm from Houston. Sorry, y'all. But I'm not, that ain't me. Don't hit me up, bro. Like, if you can't get on with the program, we're not doing it. Like, I'm not about to beg nobody to talk to me. I'm not about to beg nobody to, you know what I'm saying, to have some act right. That ain't me. Like, you grown at this point. We're grown. I'm not raising nobody's daughter. If you ain't learned it by now, you ain't gonna get it. And if somebody else want to teach you, allow them to do it. Me being nice, I gave Shorty another shot. You feel me? So, she had texted me. And, you know, we pretty much we were shopping it up. Guess what happened? Same shit. And it's like, okay, at this point, you're doing it intentionally, and I don't have time for it. Like, I don't know who you think you about to play with, but Patrick Adams, that's my daddy. He ain't raised me. I ain't no fool, and you not about to walk all over me. We not doing that. So that was the end of that. period. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just stopped talking to her, whatever. And, you know, certain people, I guess people be feeling like they don't do shit wrong. And that's fine with me, but I'm good. You feel me? Y'all let me know what y'all think, because again, I feel like it's different dating when you're gay. You know, I'm a lesbian. I feel like it's different when you're dating women, especially like women these days, because again, and I feel like everybody falls under the whole wanting to have a social media lifestyle. I think everybody falls under that, but like gay people, they just have a different, I don't know, they just move different. And you know, also with being a lesbian, a lot of lesbians do move fast. I'm not one of them. Like, I like to take my time. I like to actually get to know somebody. Generation like doesn't pride, like no one cares about long-term relationships. Like, they're more so concerned about putting on a show or whatever. Like, everybody see like all of this three-way relationships going on, and you know, nobody's faithful, and they want to have open relationships. And it's like, what are you getting out of that? Besides, someone in any situation, someone ends up having more feelings for another person than, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's like a situationship. That's what's going on these days. Situationships. Like, everybody is out here shacked up, don't have a relationship title. Now, granted, having a relationship title doesn't define a relationship, but if you going out, you know what I'm saying, and you claiming a person, but the person ain't claiming you, then there's a problem there. Like, something needs to be discussed amongst you two, because it should be a mutual thing. Like, if you claiming somebody, that person should be claiming you. I think nobody should be out here leading somebody on, having them to think that, you know, they with them, or their situation is more serious than what it actually is, and it's not. Like, that's not cool. Like, we not in high school no more, you know. But I don't know, like, I just feel like, I don't know, I guess me and my thing with relationships is I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, my last relationship, I was with the person for almost like 4.5 years. A little less, yeah, about 4.5 years we was together. And with that, through that situation, I learned a lot. I definitely learned a lot. I've learned what I'm willing to deal with now and what I'm not. I went through a lot in that situation. I've learned a lot about myself. And I just feel like nowadays people just want to play. And Jasmine's not to be played with. I'm not the girl who will sit around and allow a person to hurt me multiple times in order for, I guess, for whatever. Like, because what's the reward in that? Me having my heart broken, and then us finally deciding, all right, we're going to be serious, and then I don't trust you. Like, no. Like, why can't somebody have it together from the beginning? You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's pretty much has been my experience since I've been out here in Atlanta. Like, everybody play. Like, nobody, and this is definitely, I know this is not the city to settle down. Do start talking to somebody out here and it's serious, 9 out of 10 they not from here. 9 out of 10 they from somewhere else. The last person, before the person that I'm talking to now, the last person I briefly associated myself with, she was from New York. Now, I gotta tell you about this little bitch, okay? Because if I was to see her, she tried to play me. You feel me? Now, me being, you know, on the gram and here on YouTube, and I do my makeup, like, I'm plus size, you know, I'm a big girl. I love myself. Granted, you know, health is wealth. You know, I definitely would love to be a little bit more healthy than I am now. Not saying that I'm in bad health, because I always go to the doctor. But, you know, health is wealth. You want to be healthy in all parts of life. Look, I talked to Shorty. We chopped it up, you know what I'm saying? We FaceTime, all of that. Like, I ain't never been the type of person, like, when I post my makeup pictures, I don't post no motherfucking filters. You know what I'm saying? I may, you know, smooth my skin out a little bit, whatever, but I ain't putting no filters. Jasmine like herself just the way she is. And bitch, if you don't like it, oh fucking well. You kiss my ass, because I bet I would have been probably the best bitch you ever met in your life. Trust me. So that situation was just kind of like, you know, we was cool. We chopped it up for like a month before we actually linked up, just due to work schedules and stuff like that. And Oh, and this foundation I'm using, y'all, just really quick, it's like for real, like probably one of my favorite foundations. It's the Becca Ultimate Coverage, the 24-hour foundation, and this is in Amber. In love with it. We linked up and we ended up going out to eat or whatever the case may be. Now, this is one thing that I will say about myself with dating. I don't never expect, even if I go like somebody say, you know, if it's a mutual thing or whatever, because you never know, especially when you first meet a person for the first time, you never know exactly how it's going to go. So you don't want to automatically assume that the person going to like you. So you always bring your own money. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever think like, oh, just because they invited you or whatever the case may be, or y'all had a mutual agreement upon meeting up, you know, meeting up with each other, that person is gonna pay for you or whatever the case may be. So I don't know, I always bring my own money. You know, I'm self-made, you feel me? I always got my own money. I don't never need nobody to pay for me. So I bring my own money, you feel me? So, you know, we having dinner, we chopping it up, whatever, eating, you know what I'm saying? You know, vibe was cool. You know, I'm thinking everything was all right. Everything was good. So, what happened? Okay, yeah, so, you know, dinner's over, and when the check came, I pulled my wallet out. She ended up paying for it. Cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, got you. You decided you want to pay for my food, okay. So that means you probably fucking with a nigga, you feel me? Prior to us meeting, she did tell me that, now I don't know if this was a thing, because mind you, I ain't talked to the bitch since the day, you feel me? Since that day, I have not talked to her at all. So, maybe that's what it was. But, you know, definitely, could have been this. She was shorter than me. I'm 5'10". Yes, I'm tall. I'm on Amazon. She was 5'3". I've dated shorter girls before. It's never been a problem. But she's mentioned to me multiple times, you know, that she's intimidated by tall girls, whatever, whatever the fuck that means, right? Like, bitch, ain't nobody out here trying to intimidate nobody. Well, maybe, it probably could have been something that I said to her, like when we first, before we even walked into the restaurant, she came to my car, and, she came to my car, and I was like, oh my God, you're so little. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Short people, let me know. Should a tall person say to you, oh my God, you're so little? Like, you know what I'm saying? Was that offensive? Would y'all take offense to that? Like, let me know. But, you know, so anyways, day ended. We ended up, you know, sitting outside for a little bit because we were trying to figure out if we was going to do something else or whatever before the end of the night. And, you know, we sat there chilling in the car, just weird shit. Like, the shit was weird, mad weird to me. Like, I think, like, she was weird as fuck, only because, like, she, like, kissed me on my neck. She was just, like, you know, just doing extra shit. Like, you gonna fuck with a person after this. Like, one thing I don't need a bitch to do is to leave me the fuck on. Like, and then also she said, like, a little slick-ass comment, like, I'm a catfish or some shit like that. Like, bitch, I ain't never catfish. Now, I didn't be in catfish, but I ain't never had to catfish nobody. Bitch, I ain't ugly. Ain't nothing ugly about me. You feel me? So, I don't really know where she was coming with that comment, but, bitch, I don't need to catfish nobody. Jasmine fine, period. With or without makeup on. So, yes, after the night ended, I went home and, you know, let her know that I got home. And then that was that. Like, you know, I didn't talk to her after that. Now, granted, I would like to know what her reasoning was, just to know, like, if I did offend her. You know, I'm the type of person, like, I never want to offend nobody. Like, that's just me. Like, I'm too real of a person to, you know, whatever, make a person feel a type of way. That was weird to me. Like, why talk to somebody for a month and then you go ghost on them? You know what I'm saying? Like, no explanation. And it's funny because even before that, she had told me, like, oh, you know, even if we don't fuck with each other like that, like, you know what I'm saying, you cool as fuck, I can see you being my friend. But, like, bitch, let me tell y'all, I don't need nobody to gas me the fuck up. You feel me? I gas myself up. You feel me? I pumps the gas. I don't need nobody else to do it. So it was just weird, you know, like, I just noticed females are weird. And then I had been also in this time, Lord Jesus, off and on with somebody. But by this time I had, like, for real stopped talking to them. But they for real they had turned me completely off just by a bunch of shit that they did, like controlling type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Taurus and we're real independent. Shout out to all my Taurus gang out there, you feel me? But we're real independent, you know. I don't necessarily need a person to talk to. You know, I can do this by myself. Now the person that I'm talking to, it's just like, I think she like a couple of years younger than me, but she don't act like it, which is a really good thing. But my only issue is my issue that I stated previously is like communication. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you expect to really get to know somebody if you're not actually having like conversations? Like, I like to have in-depth conversations with people. Like, I like to know like how your mental is for the day. I like to know like how your spirit feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. Like, I want to try and feed your soul. Like, that's just me. I try to be that person. And I feel like a lot of people have gotten used to this whole text messaging thing. And again, like I said, like, I'm not about to be having conversations via, like, if I want to have like an in-depth, like, talk to you, like, talk about my past on some shit, like really allow you to get to know me on some shit, I don't want to have that conversation over no damn text message. Like, I want to talk to you. I want to hear how you respond to it or how you react to what I'm saying. Like, if that let me know if I'm able to continue opening up to you or what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it works. And I feel like granted, shorty that I talk to, she working on it. We talk on the phone. I'm not saying we don't, but we text a lot and we spend time together, whatever the case may be. But I definitely talking on the phone is something that I like to do at times, not all the time, because I ain't no needy ass person, but I definitely enjoy to have conversations. That's where the memory lies. Like, a text message can always be deleted, but like having a real live in-depth conversation, a person like genuinely wanted to hear you talk about things like that's important to you, that matters to me. So like, I don't know, it's just dating these days is just different. It make you not want to date. It make you like things aren't the same as they were before. Back in the day, like most people at this age, I'm 30, most people are married and have kids, and granted again, I'm a lesbian, and certain things like that just don't sometimes always work out for us. Like, I've seen a lot of people over the years who have gotten married and they're no longer married. I don't want that. Like, and even marriage isn't even like really a big thing for me. Like, I'm down with having like an unbreakable bond with somebody, without a marriage certificate, because honestly, a marriage certificate don't really define much. You know what I'm saying? It's just a change of it's legal documents. You feel me? Like, having a bond with somebody, it go way deeper than legal documents. So marriage ain't really a big thing, but just to know a person would want to marry you, that's, what I'm saying, that's a great feeling. So that's my only thing with it. But it's like these days people don't even think about that, because everybody out here, like I said, everybody out here clout chasing, and everybody out here popping pills and doing dumb shit, like shit that ain't gonna get you no woman. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be out here being made a fool of. So we out here doing what we can do. Like, if unfortunately, it's like we gotta be single. Like, that's what we gonna do until we have to find a person who we feel is worth, us investing in them. Cause you can invest in somebody, but it's like, are you, like, that investment, is it gonna be worth it? Like, are you, what I'm saying, is that work that you putting into that person, are you just doing it because you see potential in them? Because honestly, everybody got potential, but it's like, can they live up to that potential that they have? Or on something real, like a real ass bond with somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be somebody's best friend out here. Like, when I talk to people about the person that I'm getting to know right now, it's always like a rush. People are always in a rush. Like, they in a rush for you to be in a relationship, and it's like, can you like let shit flow? Can you genuinely get to know somebody? Like, why does it always have to be we in a relationship? Like, why we can't build a bond and then decide to be in a relationship? Like, why it always gotta be a relationship? It always have to be that off rip. Like, why it can't be like, damn, like, their goals and their aspirations, like what they want to do in life, where they see themselves in 5 years. Like, that's the questions that I'm asking, because that's what I want to know. Like, you just see the drive in somebody. You see a person, like, I don't know, just me, like, actually seeing the drive in somebody, that shit, you know what I'm saying? Seeing a person who really want to be something, that shit is everything. That's so fucking attractive. And everybody don't have that drive. And honestly and personally, that's what I'm looking for. And I feel like the person that I talk to, she got that. You feel me? But I'm not gonna speak too much on that. You know, I'll talk about that later. But I don't know. I just feel like when you get into know somebody, it's best to take your time. Like, don't let your homies rush you into being into a relationship or whatever the case may be. Like, you want to make sure that this person is worth your time, because time is precious, and you want to make sure that you giving it out, like, you know what I'm saying, to the right people, regardless if it's friends or whatever. Like, you just want to make sure that you giving your time out, and you know it's being valued. So that's where I am at life. And honestly, like, dating, I didn't, before the person that I'm talking to now, I was honestly at the point where I was like, shit, she gonna come. I ain't about to be out. I mean, I ain't never been looking, but it was like, you know, I would like to have somebody, but I got to the point where I was saying I would like to have somebody. I was at a point where I'm like, shit, I'm good by myself, you know. If she comes, she comes. If she don't, she don't. And I'm not saying that the person that I'm talking to is it, because I still have to get to know her a little bit more. But what she showed me so far, you know, they good signs, and it's way better than, you know, somebody coming to your house smelling like full-blown fucking alcohol, you feel me, and telling you how she pissed on herself because her stupid ass got drunk. You know, like, it's just levels to it. And I definitely am not about to be wasting my time with people who don't value life, like, or don't value your time, or just want to play. And I'm not here to play. And like I said, I'm not trying to be going to jail behind nobody's daughter. Like, and then not only that, like, people lie. Like, I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not perfect, but I try to keep it as funky as possible. Like, that's just what it is. I try to keep it real player and let people know what it is. I don't know. I just feel like it's really hard to date these days because you never know what a person is trying to get from you. And I'm really big on energy and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that my energy that I'm giving out, the person who I'm giving that energy to, you know what I'm saying, they worth it. That they can, that when we exchange energy, it's nothing but good energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here, they not taking from me is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm exchanging energy with you, I want to be exchanging nothing but good energies. I don't want to be dealing with bad energies, like you taking my joy from me, and you just because you need to find somebody to lay all your problems onto. A lot of people these days, they just want to take, and it's like, I'm not in the business of getting in a relationship or dealing with people who just trying to take from me. You know what I'm saying? Take my energy from me. I don't know about y'all, but dating is way deeper to me because we not getting no younger. I just don't want nobody wasting my time at this point. Like, I just want to be able to be able to build a bond with somebody, and stop letting social media define what, you know what I'm saying, your relationship is, or what the person you should be dating, what they should look like and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, like, I seen this post from Ty Tribbett, and he pretty much was doing like a ministry, and he pretty much saying, like, a person can look good, like, you know, they kind of compared it to cake. Like, you can look good, you can value what a person look like, but like, what's beneath that, what's on the inside, like, you know what I'm saying, what type of substance do you have? And a lot of these people these days, they lack substance, and they really not looking for substance, they just looking for like a good time. And that's another reason why I kind of like chilled on dating. I don't do ex-girlfriend drama, I don't do none of that. I'm real, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, what we doing on some shit, you feel me? So I don't know, I'm just different in the aspect of dating, in the dating life and the dating scene. And I just feel like you can't be out here just looking for some shallow ass person, because once you get to that point where y'all are, I guess, attempting to be serious, and then that person not giving you what you want, or they not feeding your soul how you need them to. And I mean, honestly, at that point, there's nobody to blame but you, because you allowed yourself to indulge in someone's shallow behavior, or you know, someone who was vain, someone who only cared, you know, about looks or whatever the case may be. Like you gotta want more than what a person look like, because when them looks fade, what they got? What you got from them at that point? Like when after they get done looking all good, they gotta wash their makeup off at night. Like what are you getting from them, or how are they feeding your soul aside from them looking good? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like people should start being a little bit more conscious of the things that they allow themselves to deal with. I'm really not going nowhere, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm literally just doing my makeup for y'all right now. So that's really all I'm doing. Like, for real. But no, like, for real though, dating has been the, like, I guess since I have gotten older, and you know, it's just a lot to it. It's a lot more to it nowadays with dating. You don't want to be out here investing your time into nothing. You want to make sure if you investing your time into something, it's something that's worth it. You feel me? Like, that's just me. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm speaking for myself, and I know that I have to see certain qualities in a person in order for me to invest my time in them. Like, I don't just be out here giving everybody my time, because my time is precious, you know? And if you don't value your time, then who is? You know what I'm saying? If you don't value yourself, or you don't know your worth, then another person ain't gonna do it. You know, it's just all about what you know about yourself and what you're willing to accept from the next person. So, I mean, honestly, that's why I guess dating is so hard. Again, like I said, it's not really hard, but it's like, it's just not like what it used to be. It's not, people not looking for longevity these days. So it's not hard. It's just like, now you weeding out the bunch at this point in life. Like everybody either who got who they gonna be with, they with them already, or now you searching through a needle in a haystack to find your somebody. And then you gotta go through all these times dealing with bullshit ass people just to get that person. But you gotta always stay true to yourself. Like, just because you may not be finding the person that you want, don't mean that they're not out there. It's just probably because they probably in a situation right now. You always gotta look at it like that. But never think that dealing with a person that treats you bad is the type of situation that you need to be in. Like, I never in my life, like literally, my last situation was probably the most toxic situation that I possibly could have dealt with outside of my previous relationship. Like, to her, she wasn't a manipulator, but she was a manipulator. Like, she just tried to use like so much against me, like when that time came. And it's just like, I realized like I'm not in the business of somebody trying to control certain things that I do, or just change me. Because, like, granted, I know like everybody has to elevate, and everybody has to level up and become a better person, a better you. But just certain things, you know what I'm saying, like I just know that I'm not willing to deal with. So it's just, you know you, know your worth, know what you're gonna deal with, and you know, just start from there. I think like the shorty that I talk to now, to me, she came out the blue. Like, I wasn't expecting like to be talking to nobody right now. I was thinking, shit, I'm good. Like I said, I was thinking I'm good on dating. Like, that's what I was thinking. But in mysterious ways, you know, people come into your life for a reason, and I feel like this reason is a good reason. So let me know if you didn't play games with somebody, and if you have, let me know why. Like, I want to know. I just want to know everybody's point of view. Like, if you the person out here. If you're the person out here that's playing games, I want to know why you playing games. I want to know why you not taking shorty serious, or why you think you can be out here breaking hearts, you know, leading people on. Like, let me know what y'all thinking. So, clearly I'm almost done. I'm hungry as hell, and I only ate breakfast today, so I'm hungry. This is pretty much the look that I was going for. I wasn't trying to be extravagant, but y'all let me know, like, what y'all think. Like I said, if y'all have experienced like having a horrible dating streak right now, let me know. Like, let's chat about it. Let me know. Tell me somebody who y'all done dealt with in the past year that then like for real like wasted your time, or somebody who you thought had potential but they ended up not having that potential that you would have wanted them to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know. Let's chat. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye.